I've been curious about laser engravers for quite a while. The idea of making personal gifts, custom projects, or even creating like a small side hustle has always been appealing to me. But what's always stopped me was the setup, the complicated calibrations, the trial and error, and a learning curve that I just didn't have time for. But I received an email from Creality, and they reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in reviewing their Falcon A1 Pro laser engraver. And honestly, I was skeptical at first, but when they described it as beginner friendly, pre-assembled, and mostly plug and play, that got my attention. So I wrote back to them and told them the biggest concern I have was with smoke. Laser engraving burns materials, which means fumes. And I don't have a way to vent outside in my workshop. But they told me they had a filtration unit, an air filter, that would allow it to run indoors without venting out the window. Now that's when I became really interested. So they offered to send me the machine, filter, and a few other options to see what I thought of it in exchange for an honest, unscripted review, whether good or bad. So I agreed. And after several weeks of real testing, here's my experience. Now, instead of spending time showing every piece of packing material and pulling off tape and how nicely it was packed, I'd rather focus on what really matters, how this machine actually works and how it performs. So here's how it arrived, and here's everything that came in a box laid out so you can see it clearly. Now the machine comes fully assembled along with the accessories and documentation. Now I have to say I was very impressed by the quality of this engraver. It's built like a tank. The corners are not plastic. This thing is made of metal and then the plexiglass covers. And the nice thing is you're not building this from a kit. I don't have to assemble it, it's ready to go. Now, as I said earlier, one of my biggest concerns was the smoke. And I was curious just what type of filter they have sent me to take care of the smoke. Look at this. Since the unit's enclosed, all the smoke is pulled through the exhaust hose and into this filter. So for me, the included filtration unit is what made this possible. It connects directly to the machine and allows it to operate indoors without running an exhaust line out the window. And the nice thing about it is that it's not loud like a lot of shop vacs are. For my setup, that's a big deal. Now setup was very simple, and they've got a great video to help you plug things in the proper place. One video is for beginners and the other is for people who have experience using laser engravers, which was not me. So once everything was set up, I started testing it on real materials. Wood, acrylic, bamboo, utensils, book covers, tools, glass, metal, and whatever. And the Falcon software is very easy to use and comes with all sorts of graphics, or you can download your own. You can even have AI make you something and download that and use it. For flat surface engraving, once it's dialed in, it's been consistent and accurate. It engraves where you place it. And the framing, which is a button you press that shows you exactly the perimeter of where it's going to engrave or cut, works perfect. The camera alignment works great and it stays accurate. And that's probably what most people will use this machine for, just like myself. Flat personalization of things, engraving things that I want to put on stuff. And in that area, it performed above and beyond in my shop. Now here's a nice thing. Like for my testing, I connected it to my laptop to design and to send files because I like a bigger screen. But it doesn't require a computer every time. It has a built-in touchscreen on the front, and you can also connect it with your phone or tablet and monitor the engraving live while it's running. So that's a real plus. And one thing that really impressed me was how fine this thing can cut and how detailed of things it can cut out. So these thin little strips, look how tiny and thin they are and how intricate these little pieces are. These are actually going to be hinges for a little box I'm going to make. That just shows you how precise the laser is. And it's not just engraving names. It can handle detailed design work if you want to go that direction. You can cut out things and build stuff like for train sets or whatever. Now here's something important about it also. Now I've got a workshop and I've got lots of woodworking equipment that I use to build things with. But you don't need a full woodworking shop to make things to engrave. Just walk through a craft store aisle, of almost any big box store and you'll see dozens of blank items ready to personalize. You don't have to do any of the woodworking except for maybe a little sanding. So they've got cutting boards, plaques, ornaments, coasters, all sorts of little signage. You name it, they've got it. So you don't have to build everything from scratch. And that opens this thing up to a much wider group of people that can use it. Now there's a few things that really make this machine stand out to me. First of all, it's safety. This isn't an open frame laser. It's fully enclosed with orange safety plexiglass panels all around it. So you're not actually looking at the laser while it's running and risking eye damage, because actually it's fun to watch the laser while it's engraving, but you need either special safety glasses or an enclosed machine like this in order to do that. And it has a top lid and a front door that open easily for loading materials. And if you open them while it's running, the laser automatically stops. There's also a safety key so that you can lock the machine when you're not around, and an emergency stop button if you ever need it. Now another big thing that this has is called an air assist system. And what it does is when material is burned or engraved, it produces smoke, obviously. And the air assist pump, it blows air directly over that area that's being processed. Now, this helps reduce that overburning that you see, like the charring around, and it keeps cuts cleaner and helps keep the laser lens cleaner also. Now, that's necessary for quality work. Another thing that I love about this is the autofocus. Instead of manually adjusting the laser height every time, you press the autofocus button, it measures and adjusts automatically how close the laser has to be while you're cutting or engraving. And one of my favorite features on this is the camera. Under the lid, there's a built-in camera. You can take a picture of the materials inside and see exactly where your design will be placed before running it. So that alone can save you from ruining projects. And with 20 watts of power, it isn't just a hobby toy. I mean, this thing can handle production level engraving. And if you want to use it for business or consistent output, it can handle it. And here's some of the key features about it. I mean, the touch screen, the camera alignment, the AI focus, the 20 watt blue light laser. It has an optional 2 watt IR module. It's got the air assist, the fully enclosed glass safety, a 14-inch by 10.5-inch work area, which is really nice. And it works with Lightburn software, and also it comes with the Falcon software that has all sorts of graphics and type and everything like that you can put inside there. And like with the Falcon software here, you just grab a graphic from the side here, you put it in the middle, take it, go to the text, type out some text or some type, and then you can go add more graphics. You can rotate them, you can enlarge them, make them smaller. You can go to different styles of type, different fonts. I mean, there's a whole lot of possibilities you can do with it. Make it any size you want to. Then you can save those files so you can keep using them over and over again, and maybe just change the font or the type on it. It's really versatile. Now here's the part that I want to talk about. Is it beginner friendly? Well, yes and no. If you want something that's pre-assembled, that lets you start engraving flat items without building a machine from scratch, then yeah. I mean, it's definitely beginner friendly. So you can do that. You can get started the first day, probably within the first hour, and do your first engraving. And that's fun. But it isn't just a plug it in and never adjust anything tool. It does have autofocus, camera calibration, software settings, and rotary capability when you need them. So the flexibility actually is really strength, but it does require proper setup. It's like buying speakers with an equalizer control instead of just a power button. You can use it simply the way it is, or you can fine tune it to sound exactly the way you want it. So this Falcon A1 Pro, it has the capability to do a lot more if you need it to. Now there is a rotary attachment available for things like cups, bowls, and all sorts of round objects. Here's some of the stuff that I did. You can see I engraved this glass right here for oil. This is a little cooking thing, a Stanley cook set. Here's a little glass for brown sugar and the top. You can do it to keep things organized. So there's a lot of possibilities you can do with it. And it works really good, as you can see with these things I did. But it took a little more trial and error in my testing, something I'm sure I'll get better at with more experience. But for flat surface engraving, though, it's been reliable, consistent, and very impressive. Now here's another thing I really want to talk about is as far as company support. I did run into a couple of issues, my own fault, and the nice thing is the Creality company didn't disappear. They answered all my questions and issues that I had so that I was comfortable with the machine. You know, modern machines are software driven. Updates and refinements are just part of how things improve. So that level of support matters. Plus, don't forget, there's a lot of videos on YouTube from people that own laser engravers with all sorts of tips and tricks to help you do things. So who do I think this machine is for? Well, DIYers who want to make personalized engravings or cutouts, I think this would work perfect. Also, it would definitely work for somebody who wants to start like a side hustle or a small business. Maybe you can sell things like at a flea market or an online store, Etsy or whatever it is. This would definitely fill that spot. As for me, I like it so much and see the benefits of it that I now have a permanent area in my workshop so I can use it anytime I need it. It does require proper setup and understanding, but once you dial it in, the thing performs fantastic. And the support behind it earns a lot of credit too. So that's my honest experience with the Falcon A1 Pro. Now Creality did give me a special discount code for all my viewers, and I'll put that down in the description below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review and it helped you out if you've been thinking about getting into laser engraving for yourself. So thanks for watching. You take care and God bless.